Discover Denmark, a country full of magic, history, and curiosities that will surprise you. Have you ever wondered what secrets are hidden in Denmark, the small but fascinating Nordic country that has conquered the world with its history, culture, and unique lifestyle? From Hans Christian Andersen's magical fairy tales to its cutting-edge approach to sustainability and design, there's more to Denmark than meets the eye. In this video, we'll explore surprising facts and trivia you probably didn't know about the fairy tale kingdom. Did you know that Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world? Or, how do you think the Danish philosophy of hygge has influenced the daily lives of millions of people around the world? You can't miss it. Join us as we discover together the most fascinating corners of Denmark and tell you everything that makes this country so special. Are you ready to travel with us to the heart of Denmark? Click and join us on this adventure. Denmark, a small country located in northern Europe, has captured the world's attention for its fascinating history, vibrant culture, and surprising curiosities. This Scandinavian kingdom is not only famous for its breathtaking natural scenery, but also for being home to one of the greatest literary geniuses, Hans Christian Andersen, who immortalized the country as the kingdom of fairy tales. But Denmark is much more than its literary legacy. It is a place full of innovation, tranquility, sustainability, and one of the best qualities of life in the world. Below, we will explore a series of facts and curiosities that you probably didn't know about this wonderful country, which, although small in size, has a lot to offer. With a population of around 5,800,000 inhabitants, Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world, according to several international indexes. Its capital, Copenhagen, is known for its relaxed atmosphere and focus on sustainability. In addition, the country is famous for its minimalist design and its ability to combine the old with the new in a unique way. In Denmark, bicycles are one of the main modes of transportation, with more than 1,200,000 bicycles on the streets of Copenhagen. This is no surprise, as the country is fully committed to sustainability, which has earned it worldwide recognition as one of the greenest and most eco-friendly places on the planet. One of Denmark's most outstanding features is its social welfare system, which includes free medical care, free university education, and a strong pension system. This focus on citizen welfare has been key to keeping Denmark at the top of international quality of life rankings. The Danes, known for their love of hygge, a concept that describes a sense of well-being and comfort, live in an environment that promotes harmony with both nature and the people around them. This philosophy of life has been a central component of their culture and has profoundly influenced the way in which both politics and social relations are developed. The educational system in Denmark is another of the country's great achievements. From preschool to university education, access to quality education is guaranteed. In fact, Denmark has one of the highest literacy levels in the world, with 99% of its adult population being able to read and write. Danish universities are also internationally recognized, and the country attracts students from all over the world due to its high-quality programs and the opportunity to study in English without tuition costs for EU citizens. In terms of gastronomy, Denmark has given the culinary world some of the most innovative chefs, such as René Redzepi, the chef behind Noma, a restaurant that has been considered the best in the world several times. Danish cuisine is deeply influenced by local products, especially fish and seafood. One of the most traditional dishes is smørrebrød, a kind of open-faced sandwich served with a variety of ingredients such as herring, egg, and pork, and is considered a fundamental part of Danish culture. Denmark's climate, although cool and somewhat rainy, is also part of what makes the country special. The average annual temperature is around 9 degrees Celsius, which helps the Danes develop a strong connection with their natural environment. During the summer months, the Danes enjoy long daylight hours, while in winter, they experience very short days. However, the ability of the Danish people to adapt to this climate and enjoy the outdoors is impressive. In fact, Denmark has one of the highest levels of urban green areas per capita, making it easy for residents and tourists alike to enjoy nature even in the heart of the cities. Another important aspect of Denmark is its history. The country has its roots in the Middle Ages, but its influence in Europe began to be felt during the unification of the kingdom under the leadership of Harold Bluetooth, the king who gave his name to the Bluetooth technology. In the 17th century, Denmark became a naval and mercantile power, and over the centuries, it has been a fundamental part of European history. In the 19th century, during the Romantic period, Denmark experienced a cultural renaissance that saw the emergence of authors such as Hans Christian Andersen, who transformed children's literature with his tales such as The Little Mermaid and The Ugly Duckling, which continue to be popular around the world. The Danish monarchy is one of the oldest in Europe, and today, Denmark is a constitutional monarchy, which means that the monarch has a mainly ceremonial role, while executive power is in the hands of the parliament elected by the citizens. Queen Margrethe II, who ascended the throne in 1972, is highly respected both inside and outside the country for her work in keeping the tradition of the monarchy alive and for her commitment to the arts. Speaking of traditions, Denmark is known for its unique celebrations and festivities, which reflect the country's rich culture and history. One of the most important is the celebration of Christmas, which in Denmark is lived with great fervor. Lights, Christmas markets, and family traditions make this time of year very special. In addition, the julefrokost, the Christmas lunch, is one of the most awaited meals, where traditional dishes such as pickled herring, roast pork, and duck are served. But beyond its rich history and natural environment, Denmark is also a global leader in innovation. The country has been a pioneer in several industries, such as wind energy, in which it has become a global benchmark. The region's consistent wind has allowed Denmark to develop some of the largest and most advanced wind farms in the world. This, together with its focus on renewable energy, has allowed it to become a model for other countries in terms of energy sustainability. Of course, Denmark is also a top tourist destination. From the quiet, picturesque coastal towns to the modern city of Copenhagen, there is something for everyone. Families enjoy places like the Tivoli amusement park, while history and culture lovers find endless stories to discover at the National Museum or at Kronborg Castle, the famous fortress that inspired Shakespeare's play Hamlet. Not to be forgotten is the famous statue of the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen, which attracts millions of visitors each year and is a tribute to one of Andersen's most iconic fairy tales. In terms of its foreign policy, Denmark maintains a prominent position on the international scene, being a member of the European Union, NATO, and other international organizations. Its approach to diplomacy is characterized by the defense of human rights, peace, and international cooperation. Its commitment to humanitarian aid and peaceful conflict resolution has made it a globally respected country. Denmark, though small in size, is a giant in terms of quality of life, innovation, history, and culture. With a population of just under 6 million, this Scandinavian country has managed to create a unique balance between modernity and tradition, making it a fascinating place to both live and visit. From Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales to its leadership in renewable energy, Denmark remains a country that surprises and enchants those who discover it. And if you ever have the opportunity to visit this wonderful kingdom, do not hesitate to do so. I assure you that every corner of Denmark has a story and a curiosity waiting to be discovered. Denmark is a country that, beyond its breathtaking landscapes and history, offers a rich culture that has been shaped over centuries by a combination of tradition, innovation, and a vision of life that values collective well-being. At the heart of its culture is a deep connection with nature, which is reflected in its art, literature, architecture, and the way the Danes live their daily lives. One of Denmark's most curious characteristics is its passion for design, which is not only limited to fashion or decoration, but permeates all aspects of daily life. The Danes are known for their ability to create cozy and functional environments, known as hygge. This term has no direct translation, but refers to that warm, comfortable feeling of enjoying small moments, whether it's in front of a fireplace in a snowy winter or sharing a cup of tea with friends. The concept of hygge is so fundamental that it has even become an essential part of tourism in Denmark, as visitors seek to experience this sense of well-being. Danish food is another reflection of its culture, which is a mix of traditional and modern. Although Danes enjoy classic dishes such as smørrebrød, they have also adapted to international trends, integrating fresh and healthy ingredients into their daily diet. In addition, Denmark is famous for its love of coffee, being one of the countries with the highest per capita consumption in the world. It is not uncommon to see Danes having a cup of coffee in the morning or during a break in their working day, accompanied by a cake or almond cookies. Cafes are an essential part of social life in Denmark, and many places have a warm and relaxed atmosphere, inviting you to spend hours chatting with friends or simply enjoying a good book. As for its music, Denmark has given the world outstanding artists in various genres, from pop to heavy metal. Bands such as Volbeat, which has achieved international recognition, or artists such as M.O., are proof of Danish musical talent. In addition, the country has a rich tradition of folk and classical music, with composers such as Carl Nielsen, whose work remains an integral part of world classical music. Denmark is also known for its vibrant music festival scene, ranging from the Roskilde Festival, one of the largest in Europe, to smaller but equally exciting events celebrating electronic, jazz, or indie music. Art and literature in Denmark also have a fascinating history. In addition to the aforementioned fame of Hans Christian Andersen, the country has been home to other writers and poets who have left their mark on world literature. The author and philosopher Søren Kierkegaard, considered one of the fathers of existentialism, was born in Copenhagen, and his philosophical works are still read and studied today. Painting has also had an important presence in Danish culture, and artists such as Asger Jorn, associated with the Cobra movement, and Wilhelm Hammershøi, famous for his minimalist interior scenes, continue to be admired for their originality and the way they captured the essence of Danish life in their works. One of the most curious Danish traditions is the J-Dag celebration, which takes place in November and marks the launch of the Carlsberg brand Christmas beer, one of the most popular in the country. This event is celebrated with great enthusiasm and has become a kind of national holiday, where thousands of people gather in bars and pubs to toast and enjoy the beer, while waiting for the brand's trucks to distribute the first bottles of the season. The event is so important that even the beer trucks are decorated with festive lights and the delivery drivers wear special uniforms. Danish theater has a rich tradition, dating back to the Middle Ages, when performances were held in local markets. Today, Denmark is known for its innovative theatrical productions, many of which explore contemporary and social issues. The Royal Danish Theatre, one of the oldest in Europe, remains a leading cultural center, and the city of Aarhus is also home to several internationally recognized theaters and theater festivals. Danish cinema, with figures such as Lars von Trier, has also achieved international renown. Films such as Dogville and Melancholia have been acclaimed at festivals such as Cannes, and Danish filmmaking is known for its unique style, combining the dark with the deeply human. In addition to its impressive urban culture, Denmark has a number of rural traditions that are still alive today. One of the most curious is Midsummer, or the summer solstice, a celebration marking the longest day of the year. Throughout the country, people gather around large bonfires, sing traditional songs, and enjoy local food. It is a holiday that symbolizes the Danes' connection to nature and their ancient pagan rituals. On the islands of Fyn and Bornholm, you can still see local celebrations that include traditional dances and processions. Danish architecture is another of the most impressive aspects of the country. Although Copenhagen is known for its modern, minimalist architecture, it also has numerous historic buildings dating back centuries, such as the Amalienborg Palace and the Marble Church. The Louisiana Museum of Modern Art, located on the coast near Copenhagen, is one of the most important museums in the country and houses an impressive collection of contemporary art. Its architectural design is a reflection of the Danish aesthetic, which always seeks a harmonious integration with the surrounding landscape. In fact, many of the houses and buildings in Denmark are designed to maximize natural light and offer a comfortable and relaxing environment. As for legends and myths, Denmark has a rich tradition of folktales that have been passed down from generation to generation. Many of these tales are deeply influenced by Norse mythology, with stories of gods, giants, and heroes. In the old Danish sagas, for example, Tales are told of Vikings who explored distant lands, fought epic battles, and established settlements as far away as England and Greenland. These stories are part of the country's soul and continue to be a source of inspiration for Danish literature and film. In addition to legends, Denmark has its own version of mythical creatures and fantastic beings, such as trolls and huldra, which in Danish folklore are depicted as nature spirits that can be both benevolent and malicious. The stories of these fantastic beings have been kept alive through books, films, and celebrations, being a clear example of how oral tradition remains a vital part of Danish culture. In short, Denmark is a country full of traditions, legends, history, art, and a unique philosophy of life that is reflected in all aspects of its culture. From its famous cuisine to its vibrant festivities, every corner of Denmark offers something to discover. With a blend of modernity and respect for its roots, Denmark continues to be a fascinating example of how a small country can have such a big impact on world culture. If you've been amazed by everything we discovered today about Denmark and want to continue exploring the secrets of the world's most fascinating countries, don't forget to subscribe to the Evolving World channel. We are committed to bringing you incredible content full of curiosities that will change the way you see the world. Also, we invite you to visit our website selfmatamillionaires.online, where you can find more resources, tips, and advice to keep growing and learning independently. Don't miss the opportunity to keep evolving with us. Subscribe now and be part of this amazing community.